A few weeks ago, we saw the launch of the new iPhone 13, and just a week later, from September 24th onwards, iPhone 13 is ready to be shipped. With this, Apple device owners are facing a big question. Should I upgrade to iPhone 13? If you are also struggling with the same scenario, here is a fun fact. Purchasing decisions always vary depending on budget. Jokes apart, to help make a better decision and understand iPhone 13 better, here is what iPhone 13 brings to the table. iPhone 13, iPhone 13 mini, 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max all look pretty similar to the iPhone 12. In fact, the price of the 4 new iPhone 13 models mirrors iPhone 12 when it was launched. I smell a rat here. Hence, I decided to dig deep and understand why did Apple launch iPhone 13. In less than 6 minutes, I will explain all about the iPhone 13 and if it is worth buying or not. To launch iPhone, Apple Watch, OS upgrades and more, every single year Apple hosts an Apple event. It's like a tradition. But should it be this way? Even we wear new clothes on big days, but Apple, even after so many years, just keeps the iconic design intact. Like Samsung and Huawei, which come up with a partially new design language every single year, Apple never adds anything new. In fact, it wipes out already existing things like the home button, audio jack, etc. Eventually, everybody follows. If this is how Apple plans to work, will the iPhone 14 bring something new? Or will Apple again skip a number and will say iPhone 14 is coming with the new A17 Bionic chip? What do you think? Is Apple bringing new major shift in the iPhone landscape or just tweaking certain features back and forth? I think Apple is playing safe, and the obvious visual difference it brings between generations is just the color. At first, when I saw midnight green in 11 Pro, I was excited, but then it became a trend. With Pacific Blue for the 12 Pro and now Sierra Blue for the iPhone 13 Pro, it was like Apple is discriminating, and this is the only innovation Apple can think of. But then came the pink color. It changed my opinion, and I love how Apple admires women's empowerment. But is it enough reason to buy an iPhone 13? What's your take? Is it worth paying for iPhone 13? Well, if you are an iPhone X, 11 or 12 user and want more than 256 GB of storage, then yes, as iPhone 13 Pro goes all the way up to 1 TB. Besides this, I don't see any other reason for iPhone 12 and 11 users to upgrade. But if you have an older version of iPhone, there is something for you. Well, let's take a look at it. What iPhone 12, 11, XS and users with older iPhone versions will be missing. What iPhone 12 users will be missing? Camera updates, especially for shooting video, and the longer battery life. A new feature called photographic styles that allows applying certain preferences across a sense in photos. A15 Bionic processor, 1 TB storage space. Alongside these things, iPhone 11 users and those using older versions will be missing out on 5G support and better cameras, cinematic mode, night mode time-lapse for videos and Dolby Vision HDR video recording, extra hour of battery life, a larger 6.1-inch LCD screen, dual lens camera system. So this was a quick overview of what iPhone 12, 11, X, XR and users with older versions of iPhone will miss out on. If I were to talk about the design comparison between iPhone 13, iPhone 12, 11 and other older versions, iPhone 12 and iPhone 11 owners can probably skip this upgrade, but those with the older models should go for it. The flat design that iPhone 12 brought is quite visible in iPhone 13 with a few changes. In iPhone 13, you would see a notch visibly smaller up to 2%, which means slimmer than before. At the back, the camera is slightly different from the iPhone 12. Instead of vertically stacked lenses, you will find them placed diagonally. In terms of dimension, there is not much of a difference. iPhone 13 is thicker than the iPhone 12 and weighs 173 grams heavier. The display has only been tweaked a bit. You still get a 6.1 Super Retina XDR display, but with a brightness level jumped up to 28%. Coming to iPhone's camera, Apple hasn't changed it a bit. It continues with the same dual 12 megapixel camera on iPhone 13. One wide angle, one ultra wide angle with rearranged lenses. The wide-angle lens in iPhone 13 has a bigger sensor and can let in up to 47% more light compared to the iPhone 12. This means less noise. But for this change, are you willing to pay a higher price? In the power department as well, you see the subtle upgrades. While iPhone 12 comes with a A14 Bionic chip, iPhone 13 will come with an A15 Bionic chip. The new chip will be 5% faster than the older one and will take the phone to the next level. iPhone 12 offers an all-day battery life, while the iPhone 13 will be able to deliver an additional 4 hours of video playback and an additional 1 hour of audio playback. While all this, do you think buying the iPhone 13 is worth it? Well, it depends. If you are an iPhone 12 user, then skip it and jump the rope. But yes, if you have an older iPhone, then arguably yes. Each time Apple's story reruns with the same conclusion. Rather than paying attention to what the new iPhone offers, people just go and get the new device. But this year, it seems things will change, because this year's iPhone, unlike iPhone 12 that brought 5G, isn't bringing any major improvements. iPhone 13 isn't offering enough changes for iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 users. This is all from our side on iPhone 13. Do let us know what do you think, and will you or won't you buy iPhone 13? Share your thoughts with us.